And from the bizarre social media news files, a weird new TikTok trend has people sticking garlic in their noses to clear their sinuses. I'm not kidding. Earlier on Good Day Chicago, Sylvia asked a doctor about the dangers of this weird and unusual practice.
There is a disgusting to watch trend on TikTok where people are stuffing garlic cloves in their nose to clear their passages of stuffiness. But how effective is this? We've all heard about the benefits of garlic, but what's the best way to take advantage of the medicinal benefits, and does it really work? We are joined by Dr. Matthew Budoff, Chair of Preventive Cardiology at Harbor UCLA Medical Center and a specialist and a researcher when it comes to garlic and its benefits. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, pleasure. Thanks for having me on.
Okay, let's start with that TikTok trend. Is it worth stuffing garlic up your nose? What's that supposed to do?
Yeah, so it's a very toxic substance. It kind of irritates the membranes in the nose, and it causes you to have a lot of sinus drainage. But I mean, if you eat too much garlic, you get really bad stomach pains. This is probably really bad for your nasal passages.
Okay, so don't use garlic that way. But as I said, you're the garlic expert. So let's talk about the benefits of garlic and how we take advantage of that. Where do we begin? Eating it?
Yeah, so, eating a lot of garlic is great. The Mediterranean diet has been shown to make people live the longest, and it includes things like garlic and olive oil. Or there's supplements like aged garlic, which is odorless and a little less toxic on the stomach lining if you can't tolerate a lot of garlic in your diet. The nice thing about odorless garlic is your significant other doesn't mind either because you don't smell like a garlic clove.
Right. Okay, so talk about your research into aged garlic extract, how it helps our heart, because that is interesting. And when we're talking aged garlic, what form does that come in? It's not the garlic that I get at the grocery store, right?
Right. It's kind of like what we do when we take grapes and turn it into wine. It's aged for about 20 months, and it becomes a very easy to swallow pill. It's a standardized amount. It's odorless, so it's a little bit easier on our body. But it works to lower your cholesterol, lower your blood pressure, and I've shown that it now lowers plaque in the arteries, so it lowers some of the buildup of atherosclerosis or plaque in the coronaries.
Well, that's interesting. So tell us, what is preventative cardiology, because that's what you like to focus on, and why is that an area of interest to you?
Well, the first heart attack can kill a lot of people. So like a third of people, their first knowledge that they have a heart problem is that they just have sudden death. And obviously that's going to be too late for us to apply all of our great preventive therapies and lifestyle changes. So I try to identify plaque in the arteries earlier, get people on the right road, because early prevention, as you know, is worth a pound of cure.
Absolutely. Okay, so what is the best way then? Should we be taking aged garlic extract? Should we continue to eat the garlic? Are garlic supplements a good alternative? What do you want people to know?
Well, I think, if you have a high garlic intake in your diet, I think that's great. I think for those of you who can't eat or don't enjoy that much garlic, I think aged garlic extract has the most evidence. We have about over 100 papers demonstrating its benefits. So it's just a supplement that people can take that's a little bit easier and a little more validated than some of the other pills on the market. But I think garlic supplementation is great.
Okay, and is most garlic in pill form, is it aged then?
Most garlic is not. Most of the pills are just kind of dried garlic that are then put into a pill form. This is kind of a prolonged, about a 20-month process to get it to this, what we call aged garlic extract.
Okay, so is there such thing as maybe eating too much garlic, and how can you enjoy garlic? Because I love garlic without, so I want to eat the garlic, I want to take the aged extract, but I don't want to smell like garlic.
Right. That's the biggest problem. So the aged garlic has no odor, so that's good for me when I'm doing research. I can't just smell my patient and say, oh, you must be on the garlic or you must be on placebo. But if you enjoy garlic and you have a high garlic intake in your diet, you put a lot of it in your food, you might not need to supplement with extra garlic.
Okay, and does this also protect us not only with a heart plaque, but also does it protect us against bacteria and viruses? Is it helpful in things like, say, COVID?
Yeah, so the original research going back hundreds, maybe thousands of years is that it was used for infection, to prevent infection. And it has great data on bacteria and viruses. It hasn't been studied as much per se with COVID specifically, but we know it has antiviral properties. So I wouldn't be surprised if it has some benefit there as well.
All right, thanks, Sylvia. I think I'll keep taking my garlic through marinara sauce. Well, of course, everyone's talking about